and I said, what do you want to talk about, Kellen? He said, I want to talk about the plan. I said, what plan? He said, the plan for what's next. Like, what's next in your life? What comes next? And we can talk about the plan, but before any plan, there's something so much more important to talk about, and that is the preparation. And what is preparation? Preparation is finding your peace within yourself. Finding your peace within. Learning how to master that. Because you can make all kinds of plans. The plans are going to change. Usually. They always do. Lord knows my plans have changed. And I think about, well, I've been engaged before and then I got to call that off. Those are plans that changed. But they changed with more information. And they probably changed because I didn't know exactly who I was when I engaged with these men. You got to know yourself before you make a big commitment like that. And if you're young, if you're 20-something and you listen to this, or even if you're 40-something, I don't care what age you are, and you get engaged or you get into some situation, whether it's you're going to go to a new job, you're going to buy a house, you're going to move, whatever big plans you're making, sometimes you'll get more information that will change the circumstances, and so you might change what you're doing. That's okay. But in terms of preparation, plans and preparation, this is such a great time, this COVID time, to go within yourself and really think about what it is you want. What brings you joy? And do that. I talked to one of our winners and he sent me a very nice follow-up note. We're talking about what he wanted to do in life. He was talking about starting a company or this kind of thing or doing that. I said, forget about all that. I said, what do you love to do? He said he loved to mountaineer. I said, go take a year off and go mountaineer. He said he wanted to start a guide company. I said, you want to start a guide company? I said, I'll get friends. We'll invite the winners. The winners will call you up. You can take them on a guide. You can still do it COVID-like. I mean, we could one tent over here and one tent over there. But my point is he had an answer. He knew what he wanted in his heart, and I hope he does that. And you know who you are, Mr. JB. But it's about finding what you want to do and doing more of that. There have been so many things in my life where people said, you can't do that, you can't do this. Well, why not? Who said I can't? Well, nobody does that. Let me give you some examples. When I first got out of school, well, I was lucky. I had worked during college, so I saved enough money and I backpacked around Europe. That was a lot of fun. I went by myself. That's not even one of the things I'm talking about. But that was a lot of fun. And it was something because I worked hard and I made some money for myself. I had the freedom to go and do that. So I wish you monetary freedom as well. When I first got out of college, I went to Europe. I came back. As I said, I earned my own money so I could do these things. Then I started a little job out of school, and we're going to interview this guy, Russell G. He was awesome. Russell used to say to me, if you're not having fun in your job, you should just leave. So I had been in this job for about 9 months, and I, had my little sales outfit on. I was selling, and I was so bored after about 9 months. And everybody said, well, your first job after college, you have to stay in it for 2 years. You can't possibly leave. When I told him I was unhappy and was thinking about leaving, you can't leave. You haven't been there 2 years yet. I said, I don't like it. So guess what? I went out and I talked to a bunch of other companies. And I got a bunch of other offers. And you know what? I left under a year. I walked into Russell's office. I said, Russell, I'm not having fun anymore. He said, oh, no, not you. I said, yeah, I'm not having fun. But he was great. I loved Russell. So anyway, I went to the next job, and you know what? I had so much fun in that next job. And that next job, because I talked to like 5 or 10 different companies, had a whole bunch of offers. None of them were interested in me. And then one day I walked into Cayman Systems, and hello, all you Caminos out there. I walked into Cayman Systems. These are a bunch of people from MIT, engineers. I don't know, the vibe was right for me. And I was like, this is where I want to be. So I quit that job. I went to Cayman Systems. 4 years later, I was bored at Cayman. And 2 of my friends said, let's go start a company. So I left Cayman Systems. Now, when I left Cayman Systems, I went and talked to my boss and I said, hey, I got to leave. I'm going to quit. He said, what are you going to quit for? Where are you going to go? I said, well, this huge company, Cisco, offered me a job. I'd make a ton of money. I said, or I could go to the startup company and I've got to write a check to get in there because we have no money because we're a startup company. And my boss tried to beg me to stay. He took me out for lunch, tried to get me to drink alcohol, tried to get me to stay. But I didn't want to stay. It wasn't in my heart anymore. I had to follow my heart, winners. So I quit. I didn't even know which one I was going to do, but then I talked to a friend of mine. He said, which one do you really want to do? I said, I really want to do the startup company. He said, go do the startup company. That's what you want to do. I knew I wanted to do the startup company. So I said goodbye to the big paycheck. I wrote a check. I joined the startup company. Now, when I left that company and the boss said, go to the big company, he said, you have a snowball's chance in hell of succeeding at this little company. Go to the big company. Well, guess what? I went to the little company. I went to the startup. We had so much fun doing it. Fun is such an important element. You know what? We sold that company. It was a high-tech company. I mean, it was so much fun because we were having a good time. We were successful because we were having fun. I want you to have fun in your lives, because when you have fun in your life, you succeed at whatever you're doing. In relationships, in your own relationship with yourself, you succeed in everything when you're having fun. You can do it, winners. Don't adhere to societal constructs. Live your own life. Now in COVID, the constructs have been broken wide open. You can do whatever you want. Do it. Have fun. I love you. Bye-bye for now.